Okay, I'm gonna record this video, then I gotta get to work. Watch the Bulls highlights. Bulls won. Let's go. Oh my God, the Bulls. I going against Miami. I'm like, oh, I don't know, but we did it. 1-0. Let's fucking go. Let's see who. Let me look that up. Who are they playing next? Playing the Wizards on Friday. Winnable game. Playing the Cavs. I don't know about that one. Celtics. Well, bunch of winnable games. If we can beat Miami with pretty much our majority of our uh big three out. We don't have Lonzo. We didn't have Zach LaVine. So let's go. Anyway, it is week 7 prediction time. Tomorrow is Thursday Night Football, and we actually have a good matchup for once. At least I hope it is. I mean, just because they're good teams on paper, it is a short week, and that's one of the reasons why teams seem to struggle on Thursday night. It is a short week. Like last week, I'm certain if that Bears Commanders game was uh on Sunday, we would have won. We would have won. We should have won. But luckily we got a mini bye week for Fields to heal and make some changes that we can take into next season. We've got a bright future. Let's go. Without further ado, let's start and shit. Let's start with Thursday Night Football. Got the Cardinals and Saints. Both teams are at 2-2, I believe. I'm pouring myself a sody. Yeah, both teams are at 2-4. Have had rough seasons. One of the Cardinals' wins was coming off an amazing comeback uh, and a fluke fumble in overtime. And the other was, I don't fucking know. What was their ever win against? Uh, oh, yeah, it's the Panthers. So, yeah. And then the Saints, they also have 2 wins. And one of them is, oh, no, they actually lost to the Panthers. They got a good win against the Seahawks, and they barely won. So, they're 2-4, but at least it's a better matchup than the last 2 weeks. Really entertaining offenses. I could see the Cardinals winning this, but I think the Saints' offense is better. I think Cliff Kingsbury is just way out over his head. Give me the Saints to come in to Arizona and upset in a relatively high-scoring, good game, 31 to 27. A good Thursday night football game for once. Will it be the only one? Who knows? Next up, Lions coming off a bye week versus the Cowboys. Cowboys coming off a loss. Um, versus the Eagles. Um, the the Lions have been disappointing. I really want them to succeed, even as a Bears fan. Um, but it's like, you know, looking at it, they've put up so many points, but they got shut out. Personally, though, my gut tells me that Lions are gonna upset. They're gonna come out of a bye all fired up. They're gonna get this win. Lions fans are gonna get a bit of false hope. Um, but give me the Lions to upset the Cowboys. But Dak's playing. Never mind. Dak Prescott's playing. I think the Lions are definitely gonna get points. They're not gonna get shut out 2 games in a row. Give me the Detroit not the D. Give me the Dallas Cowboys to win this game, 27 to 23. I think it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Next up, Packers, Commanders. Ooh. Um, Packers are coming off 2 straight losses against good New York teams. Um, and I mean their last win was, a very ugly, close win against the Patriots team. Um, Their only real pretty win was against the Bears, and that should have been way closer. That was a touchdown. That was not short. That was clearly a touchdown, but the rest fucking suck. Um, but at the end of the day, the Bears still should have beaten the Commanders. I I will be rooting for the Commanders to win this game, of course, and I think they could. It is not out of the realm of possibility. However, I just I don't see the Packers losing a game like this. And while I hope they do, I just don't see it. However, if it does happen and they do lose this game, the season's pretty much all but over because looking at this, you lose this game, you go into Buffalo, you lose that, you beat the Lions maybe, then you lose to the Cowboys, you beat the Titans, you lose to the Eagles, Bears will get an upset win. I think they get an upset win there. I think you can beat the Rams, lose to the Dolphins with Tua, beat the Vikings, and you beat the Lions. You're 8-9. You're not making the playoffs. 8-9. Um. So yeah, but I still don't see them losing that game. I really don't. I hope they do, but as bad as the Packers offense has, I think they'll be willing to execute. I think they win this game, but it's going to be ugly, and Packers fans are probably not going to be satisfied with this one. Give me the Commanders to win this 23-13. However, I do hope I'm wrong. Commanders fans pull off the upset. Next up, Bucks Panthers. Bucks are barely holding on to a division lead right now. The Falcons are lucky. Um, Bucks are lucky. Their Falcons are playing a good team. The Bengals, because if they lose this game, you might as well end the season. You can't lose to the 1-5 Panthers. If I'm correct, they're the worst team in the league right now. Um, I don't see the Bucks losing this game. Brady will not allow that. Especially coming off a rough loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me a bounce back game by Brady. Uh, but an ugly one. 29-17. So NFC games, only 4 NFC matchups right now. Next up, interdivisional games. Also, teams in the bye. Vikings are on the bye. Bills are on the bye. Eagles are on the byes, and the defending Super Bowl champs, who at this point, no, I don't see them winning. Um, they're not going back. I mean, they might have make the playoffs. I don't know. They're also on a bye. Rams are on a bye. Next up, Falcons, Bengals. Falcons played a really good game last week, but the Bengals also played a really good game last week against the team that did beat the Falcons. And since this is at home, it's a three. Oh, it's a noon game. Since it's at home, that got momentum. I'm gonna have to hand it to the Bengals. This is pretty much a must-win of how tight this division is gonna be. Give me the Bengals to take care of business at home, 25-20. Not 20. uh, Next up, Jags Giants. The Jags had a good start to the season. At 2-1, but since then they've dropped 3 straight. Now, granted, the Eagles are the best team in the league right now, at least record-wise. Personally, I think the Bills are the best team in the league, but record-wise, the Eagles are the best. So I can excuse you there. But a loss against the Texans, I can't make excuses there. Um, and then this loss against the Colts where you had the lead, no. Luckily, you have 2 games here that are winnable. Um, but if I'm just being honest of how good the Giants have been playing, I like the Giants. I really do. I mean, they gave us Fields with that trade. Um, so give me the Giants. Give me the New York Football Giants to win and win big. I think this is going to be a breakout game for the New York offense. 34 to 14. I think it's going to be a blowout. Okay, maybe not that much. 30 give me 38 to 24. I think the Jags Trevor Lawrence will put up a garbage time touchdown. We'll get some garbage time stats. Seahawks Chargers. This isn't. This is kind of a pick'em game in my opinion. I could see the Seahawks winning this. Um, I wouldn't be 100% shocked. Um, phew, I I'm just gonna play it safe. The Chargers barely won against the Broncos. In fact, no, give me the Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks to win this game. 23-21. It's gonna be a close one. Um, it's gonna be a tough game, but I think the Seahawks get this and they go above 500 and shock pretty much anyone. No one thought the Seahawks were gonna be good this year. I didn't, but I think they will get this win. Next up, Niners, Chiefs. The Niners, they start off the season bad for an upset over the Bears. I still think they're a good team. Um, and I think they're going to come in and try their best to win, especially after a rough loss against the Falcons. But I just don't see the Chiefs losing back-to-back games. I don't even know the last time that's happened in the NFL for them. It must have been a while. Probably 2019. Because in 2020 they went what 14-2, and then 2021 they went what I think 12-5, 13-4. So yeah, I don't see the Chiefs losing uh this game. Give me the Chiefs to bounce back 27-17. Next up, Colts Titans, AFC South matchup that has a lot of playoff implications. Because if we're being honest here, none of these teams are going to get in for a wild card. Let's just be clear. None of these teams are going to get in through a wild card unless they go on a hot streak. Maybe the Titans, but the one key to a playoff spot is going to have to be through winning the division. And I think the Colts with the momentum and the fact that they already lost, it's a must win for the Colts, even though the Titans are on the bye week. Give me the Colts. Give me the Colts to win this and take a decisive two-game lead in the division. If I think the tiebreaker works that way. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be an ugly game. 20-17. Next up, Browns, Ravens, a good old AFC North rival matchup. Um, hmm. Ravens, of course, are coming off just a series of just rough losses. But if you notice a pattern, good win against the Jets with Joe Flacco. Against a good team. The Jets were a good team right now. They're 4-2. Then you got absolute choke job versus then they bounce back, loss, win, and obviously patterns like that are bullshit. Doesn't guarantee anything. However, against the Browns, who are blown out, um, they're gonna play hard. I think it's gonna be a close game, but the Ravens are sick of losing. I wouldn't be shocked if they lose this game, but it's like I don't really see them dropping this one. So give me. Did they already play? Let me make sure. No. Yeah. Plus it's at home. I'm gonna go for the Ravens to win an ugly game. A must win, pretty much. 24-22. Both teams coming off a bye week, so that doesn't happen that often. Um, a tank bowl, pretty much. For some reason, it's a 3 o'clock game. I'm not really looking forward to watching this one. I don't have to watch this one. I'm gonna be pretty much doing nothing Sunday. Maybe I might go visit my girlfriend or whatever, or I might go to a hockey game. Um, in Rockford maybe. Um, Texans are coming off a good win, and the Raiders are coming off a rough loss. Since it's at Las Vegas and it's against the terrible Texans team, I'm just gonna go with Vegas, I guess. Um, it's gonna be an ugly game, I think. But give me Vegas to win this, 23-16. Next up, Denver Jets. The Jets are on fire right now. They're a very good football team. Yes. Do I think they're gonna win the Super Bowl or anything? No. No. I think Bills are gonna win it. But I think they can make the playoffs. I think they will. And I think they win this game against the Broncos team that just can't seem to get lucky. They do have probably the best home field advantage, but that can only get you so far. Give me the Jets to win this one. Um, yeah, give me the Jets to win this one. 30 to 24. Actually, no, 21. Actually, no, let's just make it 20. I don't think they'll get 3 touchdowns. I think they get 2 touchdowns and then 2 field goals because their kicker does have better range up in Denver. Steelers, Dolphins. Dolphins are, 3 straight losses. But those three, let's take a look at these 3 straight losses. These are good teams. Bengals, they're 3-3 right now. Jets are 4-2, and Vikings are 5-1. Um, while the Steelers are coming off a win, since it's at home in Miami, it's pretty much a must-win game. I think they right the ship, and I think Tua's back. Um, I think Tua's gonna play good. They're gonna play him safe, probably a lot of running. Don't want to risk because he's probably still suffering with some concussive protocols. I don't think he should be back this early. When I had my concussion, I got it in August. It took until January until I fully was 100% recovered. Give me the Dolphins win an ugly one, 26 to 17, 19. And then finally, we have Monday Night Football. My Chicago Bears versus the New England Patriots. A winnable game for both teams, but of how ineffective, I think the Bears are going to change up stuff. I could see them winning this. This is not the most difficult game on our schedule, but of how good the Patriots defense has been, how the refs usually favor them in Belichick, since it's at Foxborough. Um, and I think Mac Jones is returning. I think Fields can play good. I think they'll keep it close. I think they'll be offense. Will definitely put up more than 7 points. But I just don't see us winning this game if I'm being perfectly clear and honest. I just don't. Um, I think it's going to be rough. Give me the Patriots to win this one 26 to. I think the Bears will put up some points, like 3 touchdowns. Give me the Patriots to win this 24 to 33. It would be a good game. Yeah. And of course, whenever I predict my Bears to lose, I always hope I'm wrong. I don't even need to say that. I mean, like, no shit. But it is what it is. You know, you win some, you lose some. We got a bright future, but we ain't gonna do much this season. However, that game, these next few games, the Cowboys, we seem to play good against. And then these teams, Dolphins seem to have lost their momentum, but I still think they're gonna be good. Lions games, divisional games are always wild cards. Falcons, despite their record, still winnable. Jets, then we finish up the season with two other winnable games, maybe like 6-11, 7-10 maybe. Ugh. We got a bright future though. Take a few wins, trade down, get draft capital, and have a great off season. Go Bears! And this has been my Week 6 predictions. Remember to like and subscribe.